That title makes a big promise, and I'm going to be straight with you. No single drink can literally dissolve arterial plaque in 7 days. That's not how the human body works. But here's the part that should grab your attention. There are simple daily habits and natural ingredients that can start improving your blood flow, reducing inflammation, and supporting your arteries in a surprisingly short time. And if you stick with them, they can make a real, measurable difference. So before you click away, give me a few minutes, because what I'm about to share isn't a magic trick. It's something far more powerful, a routine you can actually follow. Picture this. You wake up in the morning and your body already feels a little lighter. Not dramatically different, but something subtle has shifted. Your energy is a bit more stable. Your chest feels less tight. Your breathing feels easier. It's not a coincidence. It's your body responding to what you consistently give it. Most people don't realize that your arteries are not just passive tubes. They're living, dynamic structures. They respond every single day to what you eat, how you move, how you sleep, and even how stressed you are. When you overload them with processed foods, excess sugar, unhealthy fats, and constant stress, they stiffen, narrow, and become inflamed. Over time, plaque builds up. Not overnight, but slowly, silently. And here's where things get interesting. While you can't erase years of buildup in a week, you can begin shifting your body in the opposite direction within days. That's what this 7-day experiment is really about. Now let's talk about the simple drink I want you to try, not as a miracle cure, but as a powerful support tool. Take 1 cup of warm water, not boiling, just comfortably warm. Add a squeeze of fresh lemon. Add a small piece of grated ginger or half a teaspoon of ginger powder, then a pinch of cinnamon. And if you like, a teaspoon of raw honey for taste. That's it. Simple. No expensive supplements, no complicated prep. But don't underestimate it. Each of these ingredients does something subtle but important. Lemon brings vitamin C and antioxidants that support your blood vessels. Ginger has compounds that can help reduce inflammation and improve circulation. Cinnamon may support healthy blood sugar levels, which is critical because high blood sugar damages artery walls over time. When you combine them and take them consistently, you're not cleaning your arteries overnight. You're creating an environment where your body can start functioning better. And that's the real secret nobody talks about. Your body is already trying to heal itself every single day. The problem is, most people are constantly working against it. Now here's where the 7-day challenge becomes powerful. It's not just the drink, it's what you pair it with. For the next 7 days, I want you to do 3 things. Drink this cup in the morning on an empty stomach. Give your body that signal first thing: hydration, nutrients, and a gentle metabolic boost. Second, move your body every day. Nothing extreme. Even a 20-minute brisk walk is enough. Movement helps your blood circulate more efficiently, which is essential for artery health. Third, and this is the one most people ignore, cut down on processed foods. Not forever, just for 7 days. Reduce fried foods, sugary snacks, and ultra-processed meals. Replace them with whole foods, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and healthy fats. Because here's the truth, no drink can outwork a bad diet. Now imagine combining all of this. You're hydrating properly, feeding your body anti-inflammatory compounds, moving regularly, and removing some of the biggest sources of damage. Even in just a week, your body starts responding. Maybe your digestion improves. Maybe your energy stabilizes. Maybe you feel less bloated, less sluggish. These are early signs that things are shifting internally. And if you keep going beyond 7 days, that's where real change begins. Let me be clear again, because this matters. If someone tells you a single cup can unclog arteries like a pipe cleaner, they're oversimplifying something very serious. Arterial plaque involves cholesterol, calcium, immune responses. It's complex. In some cases, it requires medical treatment, lifestyle changes, and professional care. But what you can do is reduce the factors that cause plaque to worsen. You can improve your blood vessel function. You can support your heart health in ways that actually last. And that's where this simple habit fits in. It's not about magic, it's about momentum. Because once you start doing one thing right, it becomes easier to do the next thing. You drink the cup, you feel a little better. You choose a better meal. You go for that walk. And suddenly, you're not the same person you were a week ago. That's the transformation people are really looking for. And here's something else most people don't realize. Consistency beats intensity every time. You don't need extreme diets or punishing workouts. You need simple habits you can repeat. This drink is just a trigger, a starting point, a daily reminder that you're taking control. Now let's talk about expectations. Don't go into this thinking you'll feel completely different overnight. Pay attention to the small shifts. Better hydration, slightly improved energy, fewer cravings. Those are signals. Your body speaks quietly at first. You just have to listen. And if you have existing health conditions, especially heart-related issues, this is important. Always check with a healthcare professional before making changes. Natural doesn't always mean risk-free, especially if you're on medication. But for most people, this kind of simple routine is safe, accessible, and worth trying. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, commit. Just 7, no excuses. Every morning, drink that cup. Move your body. Clean up your food choices just a little. Not perfect, just better. And observe. Because at the end of those 7 days, you might not have dissolved plaque, but you will have done something far more valuable. You'll have proven to yourself that change is possible. And once you see that, everything else becomes easier. So don't wait for a miracle. Build one small habit at a time. Before you scroll past this, I want you to hear this clearly. Your body is not done fighting for you. No matter your age, no matter how long you felt tired, heavy, or slowed down, your body still responds to what you give it. And today, I'm inviting you into something simple, something powerful, something that could change the way you feel in just 7 days. Not because it's a miracle cure, and not because one cup can magically dissolve years of buildup, but because small, consistent actions can begin to shift your health in a direction you can actually feel. Think about your arteries for a moment. They are not rigid pipes. They are living, flexible pathways that carry life through your body every second. Over the years, they face stress, from processed foods, from lack of movement, from long-term habits that slowly weigh them down. This is how plaque builds, quietly, gradually. But here's the part most people overlook. Your body also has the ability to adapt, to repair, to improve function when you give it the right support. So when we say, try it for 7 days, what we really mean is this: give your body a chance to respond again. Start your day with one simple cup. Warm water, a squeeze of fresh lemon, a touch of ginger, and a pinch of cinnamon. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, and it's not meant to replace anything your doctor has told you. It's a signal. A message to your body that you are choosing better, that you are starting your day with hydration, with natural compounds that support circulation and reduce inflammation, and with intention. But don't stop there, because this is not about a drink. It's about a rhythm. After that cup, move your body. Not like you're training for a competition, but like you're honoring what you still have. A gentle walk, even for 15 or 20 minutes, can wake up your circulation, help your heart pump more efficiently, and remind your muscles that they are still needed. Movement is not punishment, it's medicine. And for older adults, it becomes one of the most powerful tools you have to maintain independence and vitality. As the day continues, pay attention to what you eat. You don't need perfection. You need awareness. Choose foods that look like they came from the earth, not from a factory. Add more vegetables to your plate, even if it's just one extra serving. Include healthy fats like nuts or olive oil. Reduce the foods that weigh you down, those heavy, fried, overly processed options that your body struggles to handle. You're not depriving yourself, you're freeing your body from unnecessary stress. And something even more important than food or movement is the way you think about yourself. Because many people, as they get older, start believing that decline is inevitable, that feeling tired is just part of life, that slowing down means giving up. But your mindset shapes your actions, and your actions shape your health. So instead of saying, "I'm too old for this," start saying, "I'm giving myself a chance." Instead of focusing on what you've lost, focus on what you can still build. Strength doesn't disappear overnight. Energy doesn't vanish completely. It fades when it's not supported. And the moment you begin supporting your body again, even in small ways, it begins to respond. Now imagine this. Day 1, you take that first step. It feels small, maybe even insignificant, but you do it anyway. You drink that cup. You take that short walk. You make one better food choice. Day 2, you repeat it. It feels slightly easier, not because your body has transformed, but because your mind is starting to accept this new pattern. By day 3 or 4, something subtle happens. You might notice your energy is a little more stable. You might feel less sluggish in the morning. Maybe your digestion improves. These are not dramatic changes, but they are real signals that your body is paying attention. By day 7, you haven't unclogged arteries like flipping a switch, but you've done something far more important. You've interrupted the pattern that was working against you. You've reduced inflammation, supported circulation, moved your body, and given yourself proof that you are still capable of change. And that proof matters more than any claim. Because once you see that you can stick to something for 7 days, you realize you can do it for 14, for 30, for longer. And that's where real transformation happens, not in a week, but in what that week begins. There's also something deeply empowering about simplicity. You don't need complicated routines or expensive programs. You need consistency. You need patience. You need to respect your body enough to give it what it actually needs. And let's be honest, if you've spent years building habits that didn't serve your health, it's unrealistic to expect everything to reverse overnight. But it's completely realistic to begin improving today. So this is your moment. Not to chase perfection, not to chase unrealistic promises, but to commit to something real. 7 days of showing up for yourself. 7 days of choosing better, even if it's just a little better. 7 days of reminding your body that it still matters. And if you're watching this and thinking, does this really make a difference? The answer is yes, but not in the way you might expect. It makes a difference because it changes your direction. It shifts you from passive to active, from waiting to doing, from decline to possibility. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't overthink it. Go to your kitchen, make that simple cup, and take the first step. Then take the next one, and the next, because your body is still listening. Your heart is still working for you. Your life is still moving forward. Give yourself these 7 days, not because it's easy, but because you're worth the effort. There's something powerful about making a simple decision and sticking to it, especially when that decision is just for 7 days. It doesn't feel overwhelming. It doesn't feel like a lifelong commitment, and that's exactly why it works. When you tell yourself you're going to change everything overnight, your mind resists. It feels pressure, it feels fear, and most of the time, it gives up before you even begin. But when you say, just 7 days, something shifts. It feels possible. It feels manageable. And that's where real change quietly begins. Small daily habits may not look impressive at first, but they carry a kind of power that most people underestimate. It's not about doing something extreme or dramatic. It's about repeating something simple until it starts to shape your body and your mindset. 1 cup in the morning, 1 short walk, 1 better food choice. These don't seem like life-changing actions on their own, But when you repeat them every day, they begin to build momentum. And momentum is what turns effort into results. For many older adults, the biggest challenge isn't knowing what to do, it's believing that it will still make a difference. Years of habits, routines, and physical changes can create the feeling that it's too late to improve. But the truth is, your body doesn't stop responding just because you've reached a certain age. It continues to adapt based on what you give it. The moment you start making better choices, your body starts adjusting in ways you may not even notice right away. The beauty of a 7-day commitment is that it removes the pressure of perfection. You don't need to be flawless. You don't need to get everything right. You just need to show up each day and do your best. Some days will feel easy, others will feel like a struggle, but consistency matters more than intensity. Even if you don't feel immediate results, something is happening beneath the surface. Your body is receiving better input, your systems are starting to rebalance, and your mind is learning that you are capable of sticking to something positive. There's also a psychological shift that happens when you commit to small habits. Each time you follow through, you build trust with yourself. You begin to see that you can rely on your own actions. That trust becomes confidence, and that confidence makes it easier to continue. What started as a simple 7-day experiment begins to feel like a new way of living, not because it was forced, but because it grew naturally through repetition. And perhaps the most important part is this: you're no longer waiting for change to happen to you. You're creating it, one small step at a time. You're taking control in a way that feels calm, steady, and sustainable. Instead of chasing quick fixes, you're building something real, something that can last far beyond those 7 days, something that continues to grow stronger every time you choose to show up for yourself. There's something quietly powerful about how you begin your morning, because the first thing you give your body sets the tone for everything that follows. After hours of sleep, your system is in a natural reset state, waiting for direction, and what you choose in that moment can either support your body or work against it. This is where the simple idea of a morning cup becomes more than just a routine. It becomes a signal, a message that you are choosing to nourish rather than neglect. When you prepare a warm cup with water, fresh lemon, a touch of ginger, and a hint of cinnamon, you are not just mixing ingredients. You are combining natural elements that have been valued for their supportive properties for generations. The warmth itself matters, as it gently wakes up your digestive system, helping your body transition from rest to activity without shock. It encourages circulation, relaxes the stomach, and allows everything to start moving in a smoother, more balanced way. The addition of lemon brings a refreshing sharpness, but beyond the taste, it provides vitamin C and antioxidants that help protect your cells from daily stress. Your blood vessels, in particular, benefit from this kind of support, as they are constantly exposed to wear and tear over time. Ginger adds another layer, known for its warming and soothing effect. It has long been associated with supporting circulation and helping the body manage inflammation, which plays a major role in how your arteries function over the years. Cinnamon, even in a small amount, contributes in its own quiet way. It has been linked to supporting balanced blood sugar levels, and this matters more than many people realize. When blood sugar levels swing too high too often, it can damage the inner lining of your blood vessels, making it easier for plaque to build over time. By adding cinnamon, you're not creating a cure, but you are supporting stability, which is a key part of long-term health. And then there's the optional touch of honey, which brings a natural sweetness that can make the habit more enjoyable and easier to stick with. Enjoyment matters because habits that feel pleasant are the ones you repeat. If something feels like a burden, it rarely lasts. But when it feels comforting, simple, and even a little rewarding, it becomes part of your daily rhythm without resistance. What makes this morning cup truly effective is not any single ingredient, but the consistency of the ritual. When you take a few minutes each morning to prepare it and drink it mindfully, you are doing more than supporting your physical health. You are creating a moment of awareness, a pause before the day begins. That pause reduces stress, centers your thoughts, and gives your body a calmer start, which has a ripple effect on everything from digestion to heart health. Over time, this small act becomes something your body begins to expect. It starts to respond more efficiently, not because of a dramatic transformation, but because of steady, repeated support. You may notice subtle shifts, like feeling less heavy in the morning, or having a bit more clarity as your day begins. These are not accidents, they are responses to a better starting point. And as simple as it sounds, this one habit can become an anchor for other positive changes. When you start your day with intention, it becomes easier to carry that intention forward into your meals, your movement, and your mindset, creating a chain reaction that builds quietly but consistently over time. There's a quiet kind of power in how you begin your morning, because after hours of rest, your body is listening closely for its first signal. That first choice you make can either gently support your system or add stress before your day even begins. This is where a simple morning cup becomes more than just a drink. It becomes a daily message that says you are choosing to care for your body in a steady, intentional way. When you pour a cup of warm water, not too hot, just soothing, you're already doing something important. Warmth helps your body wake up gradually. It encourages circulation, eases digestion, and gives your system a softer transition from sleep to activity. It's a small detail, but it changes how your body receives what comes next. Then you add fresh lemon, and suddenly that cup becomes refreshing and active. Lemon brings natural vitamin C and antioxidants that support your body at a cellular level. Your blood vessels, which face constant wear over time, benefit from this gentle protection. It's not dramatic, but it's consistent, and consistency is where real change begins. Ginger adds another layer of support, something warm and slightly spicy that has been trusted for generations. It helps stimulate circulation and is known for its role in reducing inflammation. Inflammation is one of those silent factors that builds over time, affecting how your arteries function and how your body feels day to day. By adding even a small amount of ginger, you're giving your system something it can use to calm that internal stress. It works quietly, but it works in a direction your body needs. Then there's cinnamon, often overlooked because it's used in such small amounts, but even a pinch carries benefits. It has been associated with supporting balanced blood sugar levels, and that balance is more important than most people realize. When blood sugar rises too often and too quickly, it can damage the inner lining of your blood vessels. Over time, that damage contributes to the very issues people worry about. So while cinnamon isn't a solution on its own, it plays a supporting role in keeping your system more stable. If you choose to add a bit of natural honey, it's not just for taste. It makes the experience enjoyable, and that matters more than people think. When something feels pleasant, you're far more likely to repeat it. And repetition is the real secret behind any healthy habit. If this cup becomes something you look forward to, rather than something you force yourself to do, it naturally becomes part of your life without resistance. But beyond the ingredients, there's something deeper happening in this moment. When you take a few minutes to prepare and drink this cup without rushing, you're creating a pause. That pause allows your mind to settle and your body to start the day in a calmer state. Stress levels in the morning can set the tone for everything that follows, and when you begin with calm intention, your body responds differently throughout the day. Over time, this simple habit becomes a foundation. Your body begins to expect it, to respond to it, to use it as a steady signal that better choices are coming. You may start to notice subtle changes, like feeling less heavy when you wake up, or more balanced as your morning unfolds. These changes don't happen because of one powerful ingredient, but because of a consistent pattern that supports your body day after day. And without even realizing it, this one small habit can start influencing everything else you do, making it easier to choose healthier foods, stay active, and carry a sense of control and care into the rest of your day.